Hello, my friends. Welcome here. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is O-Sheena. I'm sharing all of the books that I read in November, and it was a pretty good reading month. I read across the board, all different kinds of genres. I have a lot of reading vlogs from the month as well, so I'm going to be linking a lot of things in the description. So all of the different vlogs that I did, I'm going to write all of the books and the authors down below too, and just like anything that I mention. I'll link like my Christmas recommendation and my Christmas TBR videos and all those things. So check the description, but thank you for being here. I'm excited to share all the books. I have quite a range. I go from D and F to 5 stars, so very excited to share all of these books. I'm gonna go by genre because that seems to work for me because it is kind of broken up by genre too in terms of what I read. So I'm gonna start with like young adult and do like fantasy, contemporary, and then work up to adult and like Christian fiction and Christmas books at the end. So yeah, I will leave timestamps with the genres and stuff if you want to skip around. Okay, first up, young adult fantasy. So I did read These Hollow Vows and then I DNF'd These Twisted Bonds. This is, you can see these books in the fantasy vlog that I made. So I made a vlog called Reading Fantasy Books for a Week, and I'll link it down below. I do talk about these books in detail there, but for These Hollow Vows, I did read it and I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but I'm really not that into fairies. I don't find them appealing, and I find like typical fairy lore and I don't know, fantasy elements like don't really do it for me. They're just too kind of like evil creatures, and I don't like that like humans are so attracted to them, even though like, I don't know. So this one is where there's 3 different kind of like sections of the world. There's the human section, the bad fairy section, and the good fairy section, and then kind of like a wild fairy section too. So I guess there's 4. And you follow a human girl. Her sister is taken by the bad fairy king, and to get her back, the bad fairy king makes the human girl steal from the good fairy place, and the good fairy place has a person in it that she knows, and there's a romance. But then there's another guy, another fairy guy. So there is 2 fairy men, 1 human, and they have a little love triangle. And that is what the book is about. Like there is the plot of like her stealing from this fairy court and trying to get her sister back, and she's learning about herself and like her role in all this, and there's like a lot of like, I guess, reveals that happen, but none of them were shocking in my opinion. And then yeah, it's a lot of romance. So the thing that like made These Hollow Vows 3 stars was the first half was quite slow in my opinion. It just was kind of like a lot of just talking, not a lot of plot, and just like feelings, and just wasn't that invested. And then the last half, I thought the action and like the plot picked up, but then so did the romance. And this is like walking the line on new adult. I would consider this new adult, not young adult. And so I just wouldn't recommend these books. There was a little bit of language, and then there's no on-page spice, but they talk about it a lot. They do make out. They get a little bit like physical, and I just didn't love it. However, I did have the audiobook for the second book. So for These Twisted Bonds, I did start to listen to it, and I DNF'd it, I think 100 or something pages in, when there was like an actual spice scene about to happen. And I didn't finish it, so I don't know if it actually happened, but it was leading there. And by then I was like, I don't care about this anymore. So I DNF'd it. So there's my thoughts on that. Like, you are allowed to like it if you do, but like it wasn't for me, and I wouldn't recommend it on my channel, so probably will never talk about it again, but there you go. Okay, then Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller is in the same fantasy video. And this is about like pirates and sirens, and yeah. So basically this girl is the daughter of a pirate king, like a famous guy who everyone is scared of, and she's on a mission to do some stuff. So you follow her on this mission on this pirate boat, and there's 2 pirate sons that are kind of like trying to figure her out. She has a little spark with one of them, and she's like undercover, but like also they are trying to figure her out, and there's this siren element and pirates, and it was quite entertaining. Like I gave this like 3.5 stars. Like it's not a 4-star, but I liked it much better than These Hollow Vows, so 3.5. And I liked it, but I don't know, I wasn't like super invested. I didn't find like the writing style very immersive. It felt a little bit surface level. I did like the progression of the plot and like the reveals and stuff. but not enough for me to keep reading the trilogy or series, whatever it is. So I'm probably stopping at this book, but I would recommend it. Like, there was no language that I can remember. There's like one or two like makeout scenes that didn't lead to anything. There's one scene where she's trying to seduce a guy and they start taking off their clothes, but then nothing happens. She knocks him out. And so yeah, there's nothing to worry about there, I would say. So yeah, I would say like give it a shot if like that setting and whatever stands out to you, but it didn't really mean much to me, so I'm not going to continue, but I don't regret reading it, and I think that it's a solid recommendation if you like that kind of thing. Okay, and then the last fantasy, which this is technically middle grade, but anyways, A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. I guess it's actually young adult, but it's on the younger side of young adult, which was nice. The girl is, I believe, 14 in this book, and what's so cute about this one is it does follow like wizards. They don't call the girls witches, it's just everyone's a wizard, I guess. And the whole premise is each wizard like has an ability with their magic, and this girl's ability is she can only like affect baked goods, and so she can like make a really good loaf of bread and like basically make yeast rise really well and just like make really good baking. And so that's what she does with her life, and it opens with her finding a dead body in her bakery, and so the wizard police are like investigating, and she's like trying to figure out like what's going on, and there's a whole bunch of politics involved that definitely went over my head. Like a little bit, the writing style was a little hard to understand for me. I did listen to the audiobook, and yeah, it was a little hard to follow, but it was so pleasant. Like none of the stakes felt super high. It was definitely like a cozy murder mystery, and it was just funny to hear her like talking about how she animates her baking, and it was just really cute in that sense. And so I gave it 4 stars just for the vibes, but for the actual plot, like couldn't tell you much. It was fine. It was fine. Very mild language in this, no spice. And so if it sounds cute to you, I would say give it a shot, because yeah, nothing like super crazy happened, but it was a pleasant listen and a nice way to end off that video. Okay, and then for young adult as well, I read As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. There's a lot of Holly authors. Holly Jackson. So this is the 3rd book to the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and I loved this book. I really loved it. It's a 4.5, maybe even a 5-star, but like there was definitely some content in it that I wouldn't give it a 5-star, but like 4.5. So yeah, continues the story, and this one goes crazy. And I do have a reading vlog reading the whole trilogy, so I'll link it down below. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave every book 4 stars in this trilogy, although like I in particular quite liked the 3rd one, I have to say. Like I liked where it went. I liked seeing Pip's character go down the roads she did, and I think she's brilliant, and I thought it was a brilliant end as well, and I'm satisfied with it. So I would recommend it, but with huge cautions. There is a lot of language, you guys. F words, okay? Okay. And then no spice, but F words. Okay, so just be aware of that. I would actually not recommend this for young adults. This is kind of like an 18 and up kind of thing I would recommend, or 17, 18 and up, because of the language. And the subject matter is very intense as well. In this 3rd book, it's about a serial killer, and he is going after Pip. He's definitely stalking her, and it's pretty scary. Like, because the thing is, it's written so accurately. Like it feels like a real story that you're reading, and the real emotions and decisions that the characters make, I'm just like, whoa. Like it was just really well written in my opinion. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say that like all of you would enjoy it. So there's my thing on that. So now on to the Christian fiction. So I did finally finish the Muir Harbor novel trilogy books. What? So the first book is Autumn by the Sea. I read this last year and then I reread it this year. 5 stars. Absolutely love this. I've heard that these 2 books were even better than the first. Like everyone who tells me like, you're gonna love the other books even better. And I'm like, I don't know how that's possible, because I truly love this book. But I understand. Like I would say they get better, but like this one is already so good. So I would like, these are just amazing books. New all-time favorites, like incredible. Like same level as Becky Wade, Tammy L. Gray, Nicole Deese for me. Like truly so good. So yeah, and each book is following a sibling. So there's this family that lives in Maine on this farm, and the first one follows the son of the family, and then there's two sister daughters that are in these books. So this one follows Indy. She is the youngest daughter slash sister, and you see her kind of growth. What I love about these books is there are like real, raw, actual human issues in these books, with faith, with romance, with redemption, with grace. Like, they're so well done, truly. Like, it's so good. And then like the dialogue, the banter, the humor, like all wrapped up together makes it so good. So this one absolutely loved. But then there's something so special about this book, Wedding at Sea. I absolutely love this book. I teared up in it. Like, I haven't cried reading a book in quite a while now, but this one made me, because there's just stuff that the characters go through, and the way that they grow, and then the romance, like, it was so perfect. I can't even emphasize enough. Like, this one follows Lillian and Wilder, and you've known them since the first book, so seeing their progression is just amazing. Because like, you read this book, you can already see that like there's gonna be something there. Like, it's an enemies to lovers is this one, and it is so good. Like, the actual like the enemies to lovers that I would want to read in a contemporary story, like it works. And I just have to say, it was so good. And so yeah, no language, only kissing, and definitely like intense subject matter, but dealt with in such like a graceful way. I just hope that I'm getting across like how good these books are, and that you should read them if you like Christian romance. I have heard that these are on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have that, check it out. But yeah, I'm so happy that I own these books. Absolutely will be rereading them, because like I've already reread Autumn by the Sea. I would for sure reread these books too. Like, that's how good they are, and I'm like so impressed with her writing style. The quality of writing here is so good. So I just have to emphasize that, like, truly. So yeah, these are amazing. So highly recommend. Okay, then I read Cornered by Lynette, Eason, Lynn Blackburn, and Natalie Walters, and I loved this book. 4 stars. I gave the first 2 novellas 4 stars, and then the third one 3 stars. But honestly, like, I just thought it was really well done. Love the cover, love these authors. It's great. So yeah, I did get a free ebook copy, and I should be getting a free copy in the mail, but our mail is on strike. So nothing is coming in through Canada Post right now. Really bad timing for the holidays, right? So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna see that book. I hope someday, because I just love the cover and I really want to own it. I really liked these novellas. Something about romantic suspense in just the like shorter novella form. You get the romance quick, you get the mystery quick, you get the resolution quick, and I like it. Cause like, no just dilly-dallying extra little stuff to make the book longer. Just get to the point, you know, and I like that. So yeah, Lynette Eason's had great writing, loved the characters. This had more romance in it than I've seen in her previous books, like her full-length books, so I really appreciated that. And then Lynn Blackburn's loved as well, because this one is set in the same world as the Gossamer Falls. So Never Fall Again is the first book, and the novella in Cornered is basically like a little novella after this book, before the second book that comes out. So that was so exciting, because I knew all the characters and I really enjoyed it, and it was just, yeah, happy to see all my characters again that I love. And then Natalie Walters, I gave it 3 stars because there was just a lot of characters in this one that I didn't know, and I didn't find the flow of the writing as easy to ingest as the first 2, and didn't care as much about the mystery, didn't care as much about the characters, so it was kind of just there, and just wasn't as good as the first 2 in my opinion, but still would recommend this book. I thought it was great, and yeah, I was just really happy to read it, so I definitely would recommend that one. Okay, and then I did DNF Water from My Heart by Charles Martin. This was in my 24-hour reading vlog, and this is so boring. Like, I was sad. Like, I got to chapter 10, which is significant. Like, where is chapter 10? Right here. I read this much. It's 88 pages, and up to this point, it was just this guy going place to place, talking to people, and I just didn't care. Like, it was not engaging, and it was kind of just generally sad, and he's like not a good guy, and he like works for bad companies, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, sometimes Charles Martin kind of like, he takes his time with his writing. He likes to draw out everything. So that is what was happening here, and I just am like, no. I like his writing style. I think it's very beautiful and poetic and unique to him, but it depends what he's writing about, because it doesn't always work in my opinion. So this didn't work for me. I don't think I'll ever come back to it. I'm probably gonna just unhaul this book, even though like I've heard good things about it. Like I've heard that it's about redemption, and yeah, it even says like the little blurb says, love, redemption, selflessness are all part of Martin's newest story. It stuns you with its power. So I understand probably the main character is going to have a redemption story, but to get there, I just didn't think it was worth it. And there's so many other things I'd rather read. So I DNF'd it. I'm sorry about that. Okay, but then on to Christmas books. So first of all, I did read this little novella called The Christmas Cabin by Laura Thomas. I ended up giving this 3 stars. It had a strong start. I liked the writing style, the characters, but it was the plot that kind of got lost on me. I just found that it was kind of, I don't know, I just didn't feel like the pacing was that good. And I guess I more so cared about seeing the characters like reconnect and, I don't know, forgive each other and move on. But with the mystery that was happening, it kind of made it feel awkward and clunky, in my opinion. So that was too bad. But like the writing style, like a good bones, I guess, but like just, you know. Anyways, but 3 stars. Like still would recommend it. This is Christian romantic suspense, and it was a great little Christmas story. I'm probably gonna forget about it pretty quick here, but anyways, I do have the second book in this little companion thing, and I will read it because I do like this author's writing for sure. So there you go. Okay, but then Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. Okay, if you guys don't know, I did get Kindle Unlimited because for Black Friday or for whatever week, because I got it on Thursday or whatever, I don't even know. I got Kindle Unlimited. The deal is 99 cents for 3 months. I'm so excited. So the first book I ever read on Kindle Unlimited is Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. Don't ask me why. I knew I wanted to start with a Christmas book because there's so many books that I've missed out on because I'm not having Kindle Unlimited, and now I can read them. And this book was so good. I gave it 5 stars. Like maybe a 4.75 if I'm being specific, because there were some parts that I skimmed because like I just wanted to get to the romance, you know? But the romance in this book, top tier. Okay? So this, as you could think, it's a fake dating story. But the way she wrote this fake dating relationship, perfect. Okay? Exactly how I'd want to read a fake dating storyline. Okay, this is how it should be. They didn't lie for very long. He confessed his feelings sooner. They didn't start just denying like, oh, it's not real, whatever. Like, no. Okay, so good. And then so many cute Christmas festivities, so cute. But the romance though, and the way she wrote her kiss scenes were so good, but not like vulgar, steamy, I don't know, but like good. Okay, not like little pecks, you know, like it was so good. Okay, the writing style, the banter, the characters, literally everything, this was so well done. I am for sure reading more from this author. Like I'm amazed, honestly. I just have to say that. So like new favorite Christmas rom-com. Wow. So highly recommend. Okay. If you have Kindle Unlimited, check it out. But I for sure want to own a copy because I will reread this book. Like I need to annotate this. I need to like go to all the best scenes. Like the forest scene though, the porch scene, the like dance floor mistletoe scene. So cute. But then like there's a huge grief story throughout this because the girl lost her dad a year ago, so it's her first Christmas without him, and that's like really intense. And they have their own trauma. Like it was deep too. It wasn't just fluffy. The characters had depth and they actually talked about it and they actually connected. It was so good. So I have to say that, and that was amazing. So thank you, Kindle Unlimited. Thank you, Cindy Steele, I didn't even know. So yeah, do I have anything else to tell you? I did read, where is it? Okay, and then for nonfiction, I did read Good Boundaries and Goodbyes by Lysa Terkheurst, and I love her writing style so much. I will read anything that she writes. I just love her voice. And I did listen to the audiobook for a bit with this book too, and it was super good. But this is for the people pleasers of the world who have a hard time standing up for themselves and have a hard time making boundaries in their life with other people. And she just hit on every aspect of it, and I found it really relatable. So highly would recommend this book. And then this isn't on Goodreads, but I did finish the book 1 of the Chosen devotional, 40 Days with Jesus. So yeah, it's just like 40 devotionals about Jesus. It doesn't follow the Chosen storyline, like it's about Jesus, it follows the Bible, but it's written in a similar, like, easy to understand, easy to digest, like approachable way that the Chosen TV show is like. So really loved that, and yeah, thankful to have gone through that. So I do have the other one, which is somewhere that I don't know. But yeah, I definitely would recommend it if that sounds good to you. But then yeah, that's everything. So I hit it all. I'm very excited to share this video with you. So many good books. I'll write them all down below. And thank you for being here, you guys. It was really fun to share these books with you, and hopefully you got some recommendations. I know we're in the middle of December. Not the middle, but we're in December, and that's very exciting. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I hope you're enjoying Bookmas and all of the content that's going on. I know it's a lot, so I appreciate you watching my video because there's so many for you to choose from. And if you're here listening to this, you chose to watch mine, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you for being here again, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. That's my dryer. Once again, laundry is going. Maybe you can't even hear it, but I feel like you can. Like it's taken off, you know, it's doing the spin cycle. Okay, yeah, it's not the dryer, it's the washer. Whatever. Okay, I'll just talk louder. Okay, in that same video, I did DNF,